Dear Diary, this past Monday, I found out that we would be having Kingdom Wars over, with some slight modifications. I was cautiously excited about this, since Kingdom Wars and I have a long-standing tradition of hating each other. Ever since she showed up, the two of us have never gotten along, and none of my friends can stand her either. I told my therapist I would stop trying to cuss so much, so the best I can describe her is a royal B word. This one time, she showed up wearing sweatpants and thought she could still sit with us at lunch. Unbelievable. We've managed to avoid her for the past few months, which has honestly been the best few months we could have hoped for. But just like we all knew, she came back around, promising that she'd made some positive changes and begging to sit with us again. The changes she said she made were honestly really confusing and didn't make a whole lot of sense. Instead of hitting other people with our bases that we work hard on keeping up to date, she said that she would only have boring computer generated bases. We'd also get to control the region by hitting at least 50% of the bases on that base. That means that we'd have to hit little tiny kids just in order to take control of a region. For a game that complains about bullying as much as they do, this sure doesn't seem like the right direction to me. As soon as Treasure Hunt started, there were issues with screens loading and nothing registering. All of my friends went to Peggy. They were like, oh my god, this is like horrible. You need to make it stop right now. Kingdom Wars can't sit with us. But that Peggy girl was like, no, you're going to sit with Kingdom Wars and like it. So rude. Well, wouldn't you know, as soon as that heifer came over on Thursday, nothing worked. I mean, she wouldn't load anything. People were conquering more bases than were on the tile. It took at least 5 minutes for the main screen to even load. Some people were making progress while others couldn't. The effing targets would erase after one person attacked. I mean, Kingdom Wars showed up as an even bigger hot mess than before, and that's saying something. I went to the forums and flipped my hair and stuck out my hip to show my displeasure, and literally every other person in game was doing the same thing as me. They just didn't have as good hair as me. This was ridiculous. I mean, this was a bad enough event to begin with. Like, nobody likes it except the weirdos. But now even they were hating on Kingdom Wars. She went from being just the weird outcast girl to being the girl that everyone hated. It was kind of glorious. Like, I would be lying if I said it didn't make me feel a little giddy. So, Peggy was like, OMG, if you're gonna be like that, fine. We won't let Kingdom Wars sit with you, and took that fugly event away. The next day, she set up fight pits to come over, which is a little bit of an improvement, but let's be real. Fight pits is still kind of a hot mess. At least it's actually PvP though. Can you believe that when Kingdom Wars came over, a team of 400s was going to have to hit a level 10 base and feel a sense of accomplishment? Not only that, but every single base was like so long. I mean, it was kind of insulting. There were people who were getting refunds of things that they never even did. People who were able to run mega coin attacks were given back a couple of inner fires. So then Peggy sent out an apology gift, which was kind of nice, but I still don't know what's going to happen to those poor quests. I'm also really bummed out because, like, the new season of Atlas started, but nobody is able to attack an Atlas with the PvP turned off. It's a shortened Atlas season, but we aren't even able to do anything with the bubbles, and there's no main event to do. There's literally nothing to do. Like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? go outside. Gross. There's like Rona out there. Honestly, Peggy needs to just get rid of Kingdom Wars. Nobody even likes her. And besides, like, it's beyond a messed up event at this point. It would be rad if Peggy brought over a new PvP event, or even like one of the old ones that graduated already. People loved those events. I would totally take one of those or a new PvP over that ratchet hole Kingdom Wars. Honestly, if that was what Peggy thought was an improved Kingdom Wars, I'm really scared to think about what's going to happen in the next Atlas season. I mean, lag, loading, and glitches on glitches for an event? I'm really worried about Atlas. She doesn't deserve to have something like that happen to her. Kingdom Wars did. She showed her true colors, aka gross. But Atlas is beautiful. She already has enough bugs to deal with without Peggy throwing her into a dumpster. Oh, and OMG, it was so sad. As soon as the Atlas event started, it was thrown off and not counting anything too. Like, it wasn't bad enough that Kingdom Wars was a complete waste of time, but to try and take it out on Atlas too, just unacceptable. Also, I'm really upset that so far Peggy has refused to say anything about my request for a compensation kitten. It makes me grumpy. Have a great day, diary. Kisses. Ghost. Update. Diary, you aren't even going to believe what happened to that hot mess fight pits. OMG. Take what happened with Kingdom Wars, then the troop event, and combine it into one giant sloppy Joe, and that's how the starter fight pits went. It was bad enough that we were going to have to try and make the event work with the 1 day missing, but now it's looking like we'll end up with 2 days gone. And Peggy still won't even let us hit things in Atlas. Like, what the heck? Am I just supposed to run egg missions all day like some kind of savage? It would completely ruin my manicure. At this point, I think the best thing might be just to forget about PvP altogether and have, like, a music festival or something. We all know that I can make, like, the most killer daisy chain. Anyway, be back soon!